can see. Share screen, share screen, share screen. Okay, cool. So first of all, I trade using engulfing, and as a matter of fact, you guys need to understand the origin of an engulfing candle. Although I explained it in my first video. So we have two types of engulfing. We have three types of engulfing. We have engulfing sell, we have engulfing buy, and we also have engulfing failed to the sell side and an engulfing failed to the buy side. So let me ask something. Do you guys know how to draw an engulfing candle?
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
How about
Yes.
an engulfing failed candle?
Yeah, I can do.
Obviously, you
Yeah.
can draw an
Yeah.
engulfing, then definitely you can understand engulfing failed. Good. Like, I don't want to take my time. I don't want to spend time explaining that because that's not even close to basic. Now, the basic thing is we understand that price moves from zone to zone, from zone A, right, to zone B and back to zone A. And if it eventually breaks zone A, we are going to zone C, right? So with that being said, now whenever we have an engulfing that has failed, let's say this is H4, right? If you switch over to your daily time frame, right, it forms a daily engulfing cell, which is like a one time frame confirmation, one time frame OTFC, one time frame confirmation. So whenever I'm talking about one time frame confirmation, right, I'm talking about an engulfing cell being formed. I'm talking it now. This engulfing cell being formed is as a result of H4 change of storyline, because this is a break of structure, guys.
Yeah, bro.
When I'm talking about break of structure or change of storyline, right, I'm talking about an engulfing fail, an EF. I'm talking about an EF. So whenever we have an engulfing that has failed, right, that is a change of storyline. Now, this change of storyline, which is on H4, if you switch to your daily, it forms daily engulfing cell. Now, the reason why we say one time frame confirmation is that whenever if you are going down, let's say market is approaching your zone, your daily zone, right? Is approaching. Now, the first thing you need to do is allow price to tap that zone and close. First of all, closure is really, really, really important. Like, really important in trading. I'm gonna hammer on that. Really, really important. Now, as a result of the closure of price, if you go down to H4, because if you go down to H4, right, you need to understand, you need to also observe how H4 closed when the daily candlestick closed. That is the purpose of price closure. And as such, the time frames that we are dealing with is I'm dealing with the 12-month, right? I'm dealing with the 3 months. I'm dealing with the monthly. Now, these three time frames, right, are like the bosses. They're like the bosses because they take time to move. So like I call them the bosses. Now, as for the weekly time frame, we focus on weekly closure of price because that is how we know that, okay, this is what we're going to be looking for throughout the rest of the week. This is what I'm going to look for throughout the rest of the week, this particular week we are entering. And so we have weekly, I have daily, we have H4. These are the time frames that we really focus on, in which their change of storyline, which is break of structure, is important. Do you guys understand? I hope you guys are writing this down, please.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
Okay,
Writing
good.
it down.
So that's good. So let's do this. So we have let's start with monthly. Now, monthly to monthly, before price will go from a monthly zone to another monthly zone, right, we need a weekly change of storyline. What change of storyline do you guys think we need here?
Engulfing field.
No. Like this bracket. What do you think is supposed to be here?
Daily.
Good.
H4.
Good.
Yeah, H4.
And then so on and so forth. Now, the moment you understand this is like one step to understanding market direction. Now, let's say we have our monthly sell zone. This is monthly, and we have our monthly buy zone, which is monthly. So first thing first, ask yourself, which zone do I need to, like, which zone is market currently heading to? It should be the nearest zone, right? It should definitely be the nearest zone. So you pick the nearest zone that is like a target. So now let's say market is going to a monthly zone and it hasn't tapped this zone yet, and price is going one long candlestick. Then eventually it tapped the monthly sell zone. Now, what you are expected to do is wait for the monthly to close so that you understand what you are trading on the monthly time frame. Now, the thing is, you don't necessarily wait for the monthly to close, but you are aware that for each closure of each time frame, it is important that you note how they close so that you will not miss out on a particular market move when you're going down to a lower time frame. Now, you need to understand that it takes about 3 candlesticks of 1 minute time frame to make up 3 months, to make up 3 minutes. Am I correct?
Yes.
It takes about 5 candlesticks of the 3 minutes to make up 50 minutes. Is that right?
Yes.
3 times 5. 5 candlesticks of the 3 minutes to make 50 minutes. Yes. And now it will take 4 candlesticks of 50 minutes, right, to make 1 hour. Am I correct?
Yes.
And it will take 4 candlesticks of H1 to make 4 hours.
Yes.
So now you are having each closure of price at the back of your head. Now I have my calculator, I have my alarm ringing at when it is 4 o'clock. Every 4 hours closure candle, my alarm is ringing. And every 1 hour closure, my alarm is ringing. Those are the two alarms that are on my phone. Like when 4 hours candlestick closes, it has a different ringing tone. And I'm like, okay, 4 hours candlesticks as closed. I'm like, okay, let me focus on what the closure of price is trying to give me. I don't necessarily need to have a daily alarm because obviously 24 hours. So it takes about 6 candlesticks of 4 hours to make up the daily. I hope you guys know that.
Yes,
brother.
All right, good. So first of all, it's going to take, for this monthly candlestick, in this example I'm trying to explain to you guys, for this monthly candlestick to close, right? How many weekly candlestick will it take for this monthly to close?
4 weeks is 1 month.
4, right?
But it sometimes lies in between.
Yeah, it slides between 5 and 4. Am I correct?
Yes.
That it doesn't affect you. Honestly, it doesn't. As long as there's a closure on weekly, it doesn't matter whether it takes 5, whether it takes 8, whether it takes 19. But obviously, it is 4 or 5. Good. I like the way you're thinking. You're thinking logically, which is actually what you need in the forex market. Now, before the monthly candlestick will close, you might have traded the 4 candlesticks of the weekly that has closed, understanding that you have to be aware of monthly closure. Are you guys getting me?
Yes.
The same thing with H1. Your 4 hours candlestick has closed. Now, while you're going down to H1, you are monitoring each H1 closure if you want to actually, trade and get, like, actually be in the moment where you can capitalize on a trade, right? If you wait for each 1 hour candlestick to close, you should be aware that 4 candlesticks of H1. So if you've waited for the first H1 candlestick, you've not seen any opportunities to trade on 15 minutes. You wait for the second one, like, okay, you wait for H1 candlestick to close, right? And then you go down to your 15 minutes. You know that 15 minutes, it takes about 4 candlesticks of 15 minutes to close the H1. Now, you're not able to have a clear entry on 15 minutes because there's no break of structure. That is where your entry will come from. You're not able to have a clear break of structure on 15 minutes, and eventually 4 candlesticks of 15 minutes has printed. What do you think will happen on H1?
4 minutes, 4 candles of M15, so H1 will be closed.
Yeah, they want our candlestick to close, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you have 1 candlestick formed on H1, which means that we have 3 candlesticks left for the 4 hours candlestick to close. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, good. Now, the particular H1 candlestick that has closed, now you're trading that one. You're trading that one. I'm coming, guys. You're trading that one. Now, going down to your 15 minutes, you're looking for a zone that market needs to break first of all, before you can take that bias according to the closure of the candle on H1. I'm coming. Now you're on M15. M15 hasn't given you a clear break, and then 4 candlesticks of M15, right, has been printed. What do you think has happened on H1?
H1 candle is
Price
closed,
has
and
gone
maybe with the
closer.
rejection.
Yeah, and H1 candlestick has closed again. That is the second candlestick. You now know that, okay, you have like 2 candlesticks remaining. Now, the beauty of having alarm is you don't necessarily have to count the H1 closure because your alarm is ringing. And once it rings, you're like, okay, let me step up to H1. Okay, it's closed as a bearish candle. So whenever price closes as a bearish candle, you trade the retracement. Like if price closes as a bearish candle, you're buying when you're going to a lower time frame. If price closes as a bullish candle, you're selling when you're going to a lower time frame. I'm coming to that. Now, do you guys understand my explanation about time frames?
Yes.
Not particularly, brother. Means I'm understanding a bit by bit, but not the perfect manner.
Now, I'm not talking about candlesticks yet. Like I'm talking about closure of price. Don't worry, you
Yeah.
guys will understand what I mean. I'm talking about this great candlestick
Yes.
closing like this. Like the mistake I used to do while trading engulfing was I never waited for price to close. Like I didn't understand what closure of price could do to my trading career.
Yes.
That is why I'm so much emphasizing. Maybe you guys know how to trade. Maybe you guys know how to trade. But you see one thing about closure of price. Let's say, okay, let me give a clear example. Now, let me see if I can have a clear example on like a weekly time frame. I want to explain something to you guys. Okay, let's go to 4 hours. Let's go to daily. Let's see. Okay, now, guys, once upon a time, right, before this daily candlestick had closed like this, it was once a bullish candle. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, definitely, now you're like, okay,
Yes.
now you're like, price has tapped into this engulfing sell. I don't need to wait for the market to close. And you're like, you're actually looking to buy the markets.
Yeah.
You're actually looking to sell the market. Definitely. Now, price came back to close as a bearish candle. Now, this is the closure of price. What do you think we'll be looking for? I'll be looking for buys. Since price closed as a bearish candle, that means this is a retest of this engulfing dominant zone. This is a retest.
Yes.
So I'm looking for buys, right? Now, this right here, market only came down because of the market storyline, which I will backtest every single place and show you guys why closure of price is really important. Now, this market only came down because of the higher time frame direction. But originally, if price had given me, after the closure of this candle on daily, if price had given me a 4 hours change of storyline, I would have been buying this market, and probably it would have taken you out, and then you take a loss here. Now, the reason why we wait for price to close on a particular time frame is if you want to align your market direction, allow price to do its thing, give it time to breathe. That's why most of the times when I go down to 15 minutes, 15 minutes is not clear, 1 hour is not clear. I just wait for 4 hours to close. I just step out from the market. Now, closure of price taught me how to wait. Like it's quite easy, like very, very easy. It taught me how to wait because I just give you guys example. Let me give you guys another example. Let's look for a clear example. Let me look for a clear example. Or let's go to H4. Should be seeing that enough on H4. Let's go to H4. Let's see. Okay, once upon a time, right? Let's just use this. Once upon a time. What's going on? Is this like their new updates or something?
Yeah, it's nothing. It's there are
Okay. All right. So once upon a time, right? This candlestick was bearish. This week here was a bearish week, right? Was bearish. This candlestick here was bearish. So it was once upon a red candle before it now closed as a blue candle.
yes.
Right now, had it been this is a red was when it was still a red candle, you're like, okay, market is right. Maybe price tapped the zone here, and since it is a bearish candle, you feel like it has tapped, but you've forgotten that this price hasn't closed yet on this time frame. Now, the reason why 4 hours had a week here is because of the lower time frame structures that was building up to the closure of H4, and now since H4 has closed as a bullish candle, what we are expecting to do is sell. So now, guys, write this down. Whenever price closes as a bullish candle, as a buy candle, we are looking to sell. Like we are looking for a retracement to the downside. And whenever price closes as a bearish candle, we are looking to buy. We are looking to we are looking for a retracement to the upper side. You guys
Fine.
understand?
Means whenever,
Yes.
Can
for
I
example,
repeat? Should I repeat myself?
no, brother. Means what you're trying to say is that whenever we get a bullish candle, we look for sells.
Yeah.
Bullish
Whenever
closure, we look for sells, and when we
yes,
get a
bullish,
bearish closure,
we look for
yeah,
buys. Yes, yes.
yes, yes. For example, here in this zone,
Now,
just a
for
second.
example, let me show you guys something.
Yes,
What is this, guys? What's this? This is an engulfing. This is an engulfing. This
sell.
is a dominant engulfing cell zone.
Yes,
Is that right?
brother. I'm actually having
Yes.
trouble understanding dominance engulfing. Can you
You
please
don't
explain?
understand dominant engulfing. Can I? Okay, I should explain.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I
Don't
never
explain that.
explained it on my types of dominant engulfing. Okay, now when I'm talking about dominant engulfing, I'm talking about two buy candles. Like
Okay.
for example, we have these two buy candles, right? We have this 1, 2. So
Yes.
dominant, when you want to draw your dominant engulfing, you're drawing from the body of this wick that was engulfed. This red candle has engulfed this one. So you're
Okay.
not drawing from here to here. You're drawing from
Uh-huh.
here to here. So you have your box from the wick of this one to the wick of this one.
Okay. Okay. It's just like gap, right? Imbalance of that sort.
Just like imbalance here
Uh,
in terms of
Now I get.
SNL. This is
Yes, yes.
SNL, dominance
Yeah, open
resistance.
close. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dominant resistance.
Sure,
All
sure,
right,
brother.
good.
Thank you.
So I hope everyone understands that.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Hello? Okay, good. Now, quickly, price reacted off this dominant candle. That's the dominant zone. Now, ask yourself, where are you selling to, first of all? Now, you understand that price has been trending to the lower side. So, price has bearish. Market turned bearish. Market turned to a bearish trend from this level here, from this 4 hours level here. That's a break of structure, which we are coming into. We're talking about storyline. Now, I know that I am selling long term. So, I only need 1 hour to change storyline. Now, this happening right here, this is one push. This is one push. This is just a retracement. Now, note that the first time that price tapped this zone, I'm giving an explanation to what I'm talking about. The first time price tapped this zone, right? It was a bullish candle, right? When
Yes.
you first tapped this one, it tapped as a bullish candle, right? Now,
Yes.
obviously, my 4 hours candlestick will start ringing. Blang, 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 blang. My 4 hours candlestick has closed, right? I'm like, okay, good, good, good. Stop making noise. Stop making noise. Okay, good. Now I'm going down to my H4. Now it closed as a bullish candle. Now, there is a reason why I like to put a vertical and horizontal line here, right here. There's a reason why I like to put so that when you're going down now, anything to the vertical, this vertical candle, anything to the candlestick to the left is the closure of price. It's how price closed on when I'm going down to H1. Now I am putting this horizontal line to know the exact candlestick so that you not be confused, because there are sometimes you go down to a lower time frame and you have different weeks. Now this horizontal line will pinpoint the exact candlestick. So now we are having something like this. We are having something like this. So anything to the left, to this left, the candlestick to the left like this is what we are targeting. So I'm going down to my H1.
So for H4, you look for H1 for change of storyline, right?
Yeah, you look for a H1 change of storyline. Now,
Yeah.
ask yourself, now, price closed as a bearish candle on H1 on H1. Can you guys see that? This is the candle.
Yes.
Can you see that? Now,
Yes.
despite the fact that price has closed as a bullish candle on H4, while going down to your H1 closed as a bearish candle. You focus on this. That is the current market price. That is telling you that when 4 hours closed as a bullish candle, right? H1 closed as a bearish candle. So now, if H4 is telling you to sell, right, and H1 is telling you to buy, which time frame do you focus on according to current market price?
H1.
H1. So now, first of all, now what I do is, however the market closes on one time frame lower, even if it closes as a bullish candle or a bearish candle, that is not my business.
Yeah.
It's not my business. So now, what is the most important thing to mark is, where do you think market should break first before it changes direction? Before we can say that we can continue selling, market needs to break this zone. This is the zone that market needs to break, because obviously this is the engulfing that brought price to the upper side. That is the engulfing that price needs to break.
Yeah.
Now count with me. How many candlesticks of H1 before the next 4 hours candlestick closes?
4.
4. Now forget about the current closure of the market price. Now count with me. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Now, before the next H4 candlestick close, was the price break this level?
No, it didn't.
No, right? So now you're aware that okay, the next 4-hour candlestick has closed as H4 candlestick. You step up to your H4 time frame. Step up to your H4 time frame. H4 has closed as a bullish candle
Bullish
again.
candle. Yeah.
Right? Still inside this zone. Am I correct?
Yes.
4
Yes.
hours. So I'll shift that line to this red candlestick, so that you guys, when you're on the live market, you won't surprise. I like to put this line so that you know the exact place, exact time, so that when you're going to a live market, you won't get confused. Because what I notice, what some of the mentors do, they will just pick a particular place and backtest. But for me, guys, I am going to backtest everything, all the storylines that you're seeing in this market, so that you guys will not be blinded by the market anymore. So good. I'm going to place a line here. Now, for price to actually continue going down, I need price to change storyline on H1, like change break of structure on H1. So as I'm going down to my H1, ask yourself again, how the price close on H1 time frame? Is it bearish or bullish?
It
That
closed as bullish.
Bear.
bullish, right? Do we all agree that it closed as a bullish candle?
Yes.
Yes.
How about you, Justin? Are you convinced?
You're talking about the 2 p.m.
Yeah, I'm talking about the closure on H1. How did H1 close?
The
Yeah,
vertical line.
that is it. Yes,
Oh,
that
that
is
one.
Yeah.
Of course.
Anything to my left is the closure of price. To the left of this,
Okay.
yeah, it's the closure of price. Now, H1 closed as a bearish candle, guys, note. Right? So now, ask yourself, where do you think price will need to fail first before we continue selling? Now, obviously, it's no more this one.
Yeah.
Yes, good. This is the zone that price needs to break.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now, basically, I have a guy, like my twin brother, our clique of friends. We don't,
Yes.
sometimes we don't like, whenever I see that price is actually close, like when I see that H1 is where price needs to break is actually close. Sometimes you can play 15 minutes, no doubt. You can play 15 minutes. But I could just wait for H1 to break. Now, the break now, whatever break needs to happen before the next candlestick of H4 closes. Because you can never know how it closes. Now, let's say price was just ranging inside this zone, and then the next H4 candlestick closes. Obviously, it's going to close as let's say a bullish candle. Now, in a situation where it closes as a bearish candle, you trade the retracement of the bearish candle. You mark where your market needs to break, which is going to be an engulfing sell that will break to the upper side before you can start buying on H1. In this case, price closed as a bullish candle on H4. Stepping down to H1, it also closed as a bullish candle. Now, this price has actually aligned with H4. So that means I don't necessarily need to wait for H1 candlestick to head down here. This is how it closed. It was like this. So I can probably play 15 minutes break of structure that will lead to this zone against the break of this candle. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but
particularly,
but
I got
fine.
one doubt. Like you say that this H4 closed as bullish and H1 closed as bullish, right?
Yes.
So okay, this one was a bearish candle, so it was different. Okay.
Yeah, it was different from that one. So
Yeah, I
this
get it
one,
now.
so that bearish candle that first H4 closure closed as a bullish candle, but H1 closed as a bearish candle. As you can see, guys, look at this with me, guys. Price actually, this is the closure, right? Now, in this type of situation, what I do is I'll just mark the dominant, which is above. This is where I'll be targeting. But this one is too short. So why do you have to stress yourself? But you would have had an entry towards this level, 100%. I bet you. Let's go down if you guys doubt. Let's see. Note that this we need to have like a 15-minute break before market gets down here. Sometimes you have the break, but price will not pull back and then straight to your entry zone. So I'll change this to 1 hour, straight to your TP. So I'll be trading 15 minutes. So I'm going down to my 15 minutes. Now ask yourself, I'm asking myself now, how did 15 minutes close? 15-minute close as a bullish candle. See it here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
this is where price is supposed to break if we are buying long term. Now ask yourself, guys, during the closure of price, did we have a one time frame confirmation, which is like an engulfing buy? Did we?
Yeah. Engulfing buy, no.
No, this is the closure of price. Price did not form an engulfing buy.
Yes.
So good. You trade the retracement. Now, in this situation, what I do this is 15 minutes. Sometimes I just wait. Now, since we are in this zone, now that is another thing. Now I need to be aware of the zones. Now, price has closed. Now you are still in this zone. Now, this is the red candle closure that claim inside here. Now, to me, now, while trying to trade this retracement, right? Since we are inside two zones, I'll wait for this red candlestick for price to close as a bearish candle again inside here. Well, being aware that if price should eventually break this zone before the next 1 hour candlestick forms, I'm selling the market down. But you are aware that the H1 closure closed as a bullish candle. So your perspective should be bias. Do you guys understand?
Yes, like the higher time frame will have more info.
Yes. H1 closed as a bearish candle. Your perspective should be biased until the next candlestick closes. That is when you step up. If it still closes as a bearish candle, still yet your perspective is still biased. And if it still closes as the next candlestick on H1 closes as a bearish candle, your perspective is still biased. And probably the last candle, H1 candlestick closes as a bearish candle, right? Your perspective is biased. And then you go up to H4. H4 closed as a bullish candle. Now, let me ask you guys, which time frame are you going to focus on? H1 closed as a bearish, and then H4 closed as a bullish candle. Which time frame are you going to focus
H1
on?
for CMP.
Yes, H1 for CMP. Now you can only focus on the H4 closure of price if we have a break of structure when you're going down to H1 time frame. Now in this situation, we have H1 closure. This candlestick is where H1 closed. Now count with me, guys. This is the first candlestick M15 that formed. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So obviously H1 closed as a bullish candle here. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah.
okay, good. Now follow me, guys, slowly. Now we have price close as a bullish candle. I'm like, okay, we're still inside this zone. So I'll wait for another red candlestick to form. This is when you have to wait now. Another red candlestick has formed, right? Good. Now I'll take a line. Place it here. I'll take this one out. Now, guys, remember something. Let me remember this thing when I explain to you guys. If we have a break to the upper side, let's say this is M15, right? And we have an engulfing fail to the upper side. What do you think has formed on H1? I'm asking that question, Justin. I'm asking you that question.
A kind of doji or
Yeah.
rejection.
What did you say?
No, I'm asking Justin. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying if price on M15, breaks the structure, right, and closes outside here,
Right.
like probably 2 candlesticks. Now, what do you think has formed on H1 if you're going to H1 time frame? What type of engulfing do you think will form on H1?
Bullish
It
engulfing.
would be that dominant engulfing.
Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Is it bullish engulfing? Hello?
Hold on, guys. Just give me like 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. What was your answer? What was your answer?
Bullish engulfing.
Bullish engulfing, right? So now you
Right.
guys understand how engulfing candles are being formed.
Yes.
You understand, right?
Yes.
All right, let me ask another person. Jit, are you there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now, price has formed this on weekly candle, weekly zone, and then we have like a break of structure, 2 red candles. Now, what do you think has formed on monthly time frame? What type of engulfing will form on monthly time frame?
Like it depends like if the monthly has closed or not actually, but it would be a bearish candle or a bearish dominant candle.
No.
This would become the big.
You're not getting my question. You're not getting my question. Let me repeat myself. Now, whenever, listen very carefully, guys, it is very crucial that you understand. I'll take my time to explain it for you guys. It is very important that you guys understand me. Like, you need to be on the level of my understanding. That is why I'm taking my time. I'm breaking down to the lowest point for you guys to understand. Now, guys, what is this?
Bearish
Justin, sorry. The person that I was asking this question.
Yeah, this is bearish EG on the weekly, like if it's weekly.
This is don't say bearish engulfing. This is engulfing sell.
Yeah, engulfing.
Engulfing sell, yes, right? Right. Now, what do you this is now price has broken outside and closed outside that box with a long blue candle. What do you think this engulfing now has turned to? An engulfing failed, right?
Engulfing failed, yeah.
Now, this engulfing failed. Let's say this is M15. This engulfing fail that has happened here, if you go up to your 1 hour time frame, one time frame above, which is your H1, it will show that it is an engulfing buy.
Yeah.
Correct, understood, yeah.
Do you understand?
Because it has broken up, so it will become
Yes.
H1.
Yes. So now, as you're switching to the upper side, it is forming an engulfing buy. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I hope everyone understands that explanation.
Yes, brother. We get that.
Now, good, because you guys will be amazed by what you know. Now, price closed as a bearish candle here. Normally, before the whole understanding of how the market works came into my head, I would have gone down to a lower time frame to look for entry to this level, which is actually the right way. But over time, when I understood the purpose, how engulfing candles are being formed. I understood that sometimes I will actually wait for an engulfing candle to form above this level because it will signify that 5 minutes has broken structure for me to buy to this level. So now I'm putting a line here. I'm putting a line here during the closure of price and this horizontal line here. So as I'm going down to my 5 minutes, I am looking for 5 minutes engulfing failed to buy the market. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, guys, hold on a sec. Let me mark my zone on M15 so you guys know the zones that we are targeting. Let's quickly change this to M15. Right, change this to M15. So I'm going down to my 5 minutes. Now that zone is like that zone is really, really close to each other. So sometimes I'll play M3 instead of M5. Now note that this is the zone we are targeting. This is the zone we are targeting. Now ask yourself, which zone price needs to break? This is price close as a bullish candle, no doubt, on M15. But I'll be like, if price, this is a dominant engulfing sell, guys. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like, if price should break this level before the next 15 candlestick closes, you know that 3 candlesticks of 5 minutes will close the M15, right?
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, if price should break this level before M15 candlestick closes, I'm buying the market. Now count with me, guys. This is the closure, right? This is 1, 2. Can you see that the second candle broke this level?
Yes.
Now, rightfully, gold has been doing this a lot lately, but rightfully, if price has broke this level and stopped somewhere here, right? This would have been your entry, and then probably have like a continuation trend line. But trend lines are really, 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 really subjective. There's no objective rule about trend lines. That's why, but I'll teach you guys the right trend lines that I use, which are mainly continuation trend lines, because I trade only break of structures, not reversals. Now,
Yeah.
this right here, the second candle broke this level. Am I correct?
Yes.
So now imagine this was like
Yes.
a monthly time frame. We have capitalized on this buy to this level because obviously this is your target. Now, while waiting for price to break this level, right? Price broke and stopped here. Now, as a logical trader who wants to make money, will you actually buy the market here? Because this is your TP already. Will you buy the market here?
No one
Yeah,
will.
yeah, but it's too
No.
small.
Will
Like
you buy
it
the
is.
market here? Yeah, this is 5 minutes. I will
Yeah.
not
So
buy the
it's just 5 pips
just
or
leave it. Yeah, just
yeah.
5 pips. Like, just leave it. What if market just you buy it? Or definitely you buy it. Market just test this level because this is your TP zone. Market just test this level and then reversed.
Yeah, it will be sheer
So
foolish.
there's no point of buying, because I mean that's like how many pips? Like, it's not even. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not up to 3 pips.
Yeah.
But let's say price broke this level and stopped somewhere here. Like, okay, you're going to buy the market from this level.
Yeah.
Your stop loss is going to be down here. This is your target. Now, once price is your target, you partial out, leave runners. I always emphasize on runners. Leave at least one position to run. You leave
Yeah.
one position to run. Eventually, what if that one position now breaks the structure, right? According to the market closure on CMP, you're not having your buys here running for you, and you're making money from this level. You're riding the trend, like you're following the storyline. Like, basically, where market is reversing, you're reversing the market. Where market is stopping, you're stopping with the market. You're following the market. You're not predicting the market. You're following the market.
Yeah.
That is why the closure of price is important. Now, can you see that H1 buys to that level? We would have had an entry, but the entry was already close to our TP zone. The entry was already close to our TP zone, which was this level here. Can you see that? So no trade for that day, like no trade for that particular H1 candlestick. Can you see that, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now the same thing over and over. Okay, now price was gonna head down here first of all, because this is like H1 engulfing failed. Yes, is it also a zone? I'll teach you guys refinements. Now, basically, this is what I'm talking about refinements. Let's say we have our H1, H4 zone. Now, you guys write this down or note this. Now, refinements are zones we play on our engulfing on our higher time frame engulfing zones, so that we can be able to capitalize or have an entry level towards a particular zone that price needs to change its storyline. What I mean is we have this is our H4 buy zone, engulfing buy zone. Now note that sometimes the level that will bring price down on H1 might be maybe this engulfing level here, engulfing sell level here that brought price down. Sometimes the engulfing level will be far away. But the reason why we need to refine, because we need to refine the engulfing, is that the engulfing buy that was here or the engulfing sell that was here on this H4 level, so that we can play 1 hour to 1 hour.
Nice.
Now, should in case price taps this H1 and closes, you know that it has closed as H1 bullish candle. So you're expecting to buy to this level. But should in case now price has closed as a bullish candle, you go down to M15. This is where price is supposed to break before it gets down here on your M15. That means 15-minute structure is bearish. So now if price doesn't break this 15 minutes, it's not going to go up here.
Yeah.
And if you catch the current CMP based on the direction of the market, we have 5 minutes change of storyline. You sell and eventually price breaks this level. You continue riding the trend you were riding. You have your entry here, you have another entry here. You're just riding the trend.
Nice. Means you enter directly after breakout or you wait for a retracement?
Yes, you enter immediately after the breakout. That is the continuation of the market trend.
Okay, for example, if this is an EF for in M50 and
Yeah.
you say that price breaks this level, you enter directly, it closes here. You enter
Yeah,
directly.
if price breaks that level before
Yeah.
the next H1 candlestick closes, you are buying
Yes.
automatically.
Yes, brother. And after it closes, no matter it will retrace or not, you enter directly, right?
Yes. Now that I'm not talking about now. Note, guys, forget about entries. I swear to God, forget about entries. First of all, like I gotta be honest with you guys. Forget about the money. I know you guys are trading because of the money. Just forget about it. Now, do you know what direction has done to me entirely? Like I feel that sense of satisfaction that, oh yes, like okay, I know what I am doing. Like I am not surprised anymore. I'm not confused. See, one thing about storyline, like I said, if you go to there are processes. If a company wants to build, let's say, a software, you can't just, you have an idea about something, you would need all the teams in your company, they need to align. If they have to create a robot, that means we have the technical side of it, we have the software programmers, they all need to work together. So if all the time frames align together about a particular direction, let's say sell direction, we have daily broke structure, we are now bearish. Now, while bearish is retracing, you want H4 to break, and H4 breaks, you're selling.
Yeah.
Now, H4 breaks the structure and it is retracing. That retracement could be trending to the upper side on H1. So you only need H1s to break so that you can continue selling according to the direction of the market. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Yes, brother. Get you.
So yes, now H1 is bearish, M15 is bearish, M5 is now bullish. Now, for you to continue that your sell spree, that your selling trend, it is M5 that M5 needs to align. Now, in this situation, you guys remember that for this H4 zone that we had, where is it? This
Yeah,
H4 zone here.
dominance. Yeah.
Now, already, H4 is bearish.
Yes.
Like I explained to you guys, H4 is bearish. Why? Because if you look at this, H1 turn bullish from this break of structure here. That's why it has been trending, and then it has broken structure here. So this is just a pullback. Price respected a pullback again, respected that level, and we are now on a downtrend. So this retracement could be a trending retracement on H1. Sometimes it may not be trending, it might not be a trending on H1, but as long as you have a roadblock that will stop you from selling the market, it should be of importance to you. So now H4 is bearish. Now, this is the second time price has closed as a bullish candle inside this zone.
Yeah.
Inside this zone. So what do? I'm going to place a line there.
We look for sells.
Yes, I'm looking for sales. Now I'm looking for H1 to break. Now, did we have a break of structure before the next H4 candlestick closed?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Not
why
really.
am I not? Yes, we did, brothers, we
Yeah.
did.
Yes.
This is now it is no more this level. Now remember that the first H4 closure, right, that happened. The first H4 closure, let me put a line there. This first H4 closure that happened, this blue one, this is the first one. Now,
Yeah.
where price was supposed to change storyline, right, was here, this level here. This is the engulfing that brought price up. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but before then, we'll target all these zones, these engulfing failed zones, because that's like our target too. Now, the second time H4 tapped that zone, the second time H4 tapped that zone was this zone, was here.
Yeah.
Let me check this out. This is the second time. So now you're still looking for sales because it closed as a bullish candle. Now, for price to go further, based on that closure, the next place that price needs to close is no longer here. It is this H1 engulfing buyer zone, because this is the one that's just been formed. So now, had it been price broke this level and probably stopped somewhere here, from the retracement, I will sell this market. In fact, I had a trend line here waiting for me, but price never came back. This is the right way to trade SNR.
Yeah.
Even SNR. This is the right entry to the
Yes.
market. This is the right entry to engulfing. Now, at that point, I learned something from fifth zone line. I'm going to take this market. I'll take this, my fibs, from this down, this red candle that broke structure. I'll place a line there. Now, I'm going to take 50% of that, which is this zone here. I'll put a line here.
Yeah.
50%. That would have been my entry from the trend lines,
Right.
because
Either the trend line or either the pin.
either
Either
the
of
trend
the
line
two, right?
or this engulfing. These are all continuation trend lines in terms of SNR. When I'm
Yes.
teaching you guys SNR, that's going to be like third class, because I'm going to be talking about entries. Now, in terms of trend lines, I focus on, I think, two types of trend lines. This reversal trend lines, right? In
Yeah.
terms of news, like big news. We also have this. Now, price will only go further if we break this place. If we break this place is an engulfing buy. This is an engulfing sell zone. Do you
Yeah.
guys understand me? Now, if I have this is a continuation trend line.
Yep.
Price broke this level and retest. This is a continuation trend line. So now, what I'm showing you guys right here, is exactly this type of trend line, which is this. Can you see that? We have the first leg. We have the
Yes.
first leg. Now, if price had come back here, 100%, I would have flipped my account.
Yes.
Now, listen to me, guys. I am not talking about entries. We have entry criteria, just not because we have an engulfing, we have a break of structure, we have the trend lines, means you should sell. Yes, this is like a A1. This is my A1 setup. This is A1. Like this kind of setup happens like at least 1 to 2 times in a week.
Yeah.
And if you see this is like flipping accounts on a steady. Like you're not stressing yourself.
Yes.
So now,
Understood. Like, yeah.
now look, listen. Now, price eventually, let me go over something. Now, price eventually closed as a bullish candle. Now, let me ask you guys, Justin, or say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this an engulfing failed?
Yes, it is.
It is, right? Okay, good.
Yes. It was sell before, and then
Wait. Jit,
Yes. Yes.
is this an engulfing failed?
Yeah, yes,
Are you sure? Final answer.
yes. We have a sell EG and the next bullish candle closed above.
Okay. Justin, is this an engulfing fail? Like, I mean, I'm talking about this engulfing, this particular one. Is that an engulfing fail?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. All of you are right. Engulfing failed. Now we are expecting to buy. Am I correct?
Yes, we are.
Now,
Correct.
now you're expecting to buy this market. Now, while price has closed as an engulfing failed on H1, that is the purpose of having your higher time frame closure at the back of your head. Now, remember that price closed as a bullish candle on H4 time frame.
Yeah.
Let me put this line here. This blue candlestick here is the closure of price. So we are looking for sales. Am I correct?
Yes, we are.
Now I'm going down to my H1.
Yes.
H1 closed as
Bullish.
a bullish candle.
Yeah.
Now remember that H4 is bearish, and this is the zone that price needs to break before we actually do what? Before we buy, before we sell long term.
Yeah.
Now, before the next H4 candlestick closed, did we have the break? This is the closure of price. So count to me 1, 2. Did we have a break of that level?
Yes, we had.
Of this level?
Yes, we had.
Yes. This is the red sales to the downside, but price never came back here. Now, since price also closed as a bullish candle, we can also find an early entry from this level down here, playing the same thing, just like H4 closure. You have your H1 zone that price needs to break, else you focus on the CMP down there. But you are aware that whatever the candlestick needs to do, you have to be aware that the price has to like change storyline from this before it gets down here. So going down to your M15. Going down to your M15. Now, guys, how did price close on M15?
Bullish.
Bullish, good. Now, this is the zone that we need on 15 minutes to break.
Yeah. Refined. Yes, bro.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Now, we
Yes.
still have,
Yes.
now we still have this zone, this engulfing zone here, engulfing buy zone here as our first target on M15. Now, this engulfing here, market came, broke out of it, didn't respect it, broke out of it, didn't respect it, broke out of it, didn't respect it. Because I was supposed to see, at least if you want to respect it now, market has to tap this place and close as a bullish candle. If you wanted to respect this, market should have tapped this place and close as a bearish candle, but all of the market just went through. Now, this is where your left shoulder comes in from SNR. But I'm not talking about SNR now because I use SNR as liquidity zones. Now, this is where price is supposed to break. Price closed as a bullish candle. Am I correct? As a bearish candle, bullish candle on M15.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's mark that out. Now, at this point, I just wait. I don't do any other thing. This is like the last spot stop. I just wait. Now, it's either I see an engulfing cell that has formed, that will form, an engulfing cell being formed as a one-time frame confirmation, which means that there was a break of structure on M15.
M5.
M5.
Yes.
And then a pullback to this zone is where you're selling the market down to these levels.
So can we look for M5 engulfing failed and take consider that as
Now,
also
what you're basically going to look for, what you're basically going to wait for, right, is to wait for an engulfing to form at this point. Wait for 15 minutes engulfing form. Now, 15 minutes can form an engulfing. Price will not reverse back to that engulfing, but comes down here, refuses to break a structure. Now, where do you think this market will buy to? Obviously, it's going to buy to this level. And if price closes as a bullish candle, right, you know that if you have another engulfing cell being formed, it's as a result of 5-minute break of structure. Or if you want to actually mark your 15-minute break of structure, if price should break that level before the next 15-minute candlestick closes, you know that you're selling long term. Like you're selling now because price has actually aligned. This zone has been tested. And if price should break this zone while selling, it is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the first step will be contradictory. Then
Yes,
follow through the steps.
yes.
Can you
So
just
definitely,
remove this vertical line, brother? I want to see the
it's,
low
it's
of the yeah, yeah, nice. Yeah,
that's an engulfing, right? So which means
yeah, yeah.
that 5 minutes. If you want to doubt, like let's see something. Price close as a bullish candle on F15, which means that price obviously reacted to something inside here.
Yeah.
Dominant engulfing sell. Price reacted to that level. Dominant engulfing sell zone on 15 minutes. So now this is where we need to price to change storyline. So now you play M5.
Brother, if we look at these many levels, like dominance level also, engulfing levels also, and SNR levels
Yeah.
also, won't that be very confusing for us while taking trades?
No, you don't have to focus on like the dominant candles. Like I'm coming, guys. I'm just trying to back test something and show you guys. I'm coming.
Yeah,
We are gonna go with the storyline thing. I'm just gonna show you guys closure of. I'm teaching you guys closure of price because now
sure, sure.
my ever first student, I noticed that I explained the market so deeply to a point that I felt like, man, like this guy is dumb or something. And I realized that the most basic things you guys miss out in trading is closure of price.
Yeah,
And I'm like, that should be the very important, that's the most important thing a professional trader should teach a student.
yeah,
Because if you're only teaching a student that the price comes to this zone, comes here, you're not teaching them closure of price. It's going to be a problem.
yeah,
Because what's going to happen is, okay, price has already tapped the zone. They are not waiting to see how price close. Now,
yeah,
these are all lower time frames, right? You can actually wait for this one to happen. Do you get my point? You can actually wait for this one to happen. You can actually wait for that to happen. But
yes,
when we're talking about the monthly time frames, the weekly time frames, daily time frames, you don't wait for them to close. But their closure is really important. Now you need to understand that you're going to be working with 4 candlesticks of the 4 hours until the daily closure. And then if daily closes, go back and check how daily closed.
yep,
Do you guys understand? Now, 15-minute close as also closed as the bullish candle, which means that since the zone is far away, we can have an early entry against this is where price is supposed to break on 5 minutes.
yeah.
Now,
Well,
it takes about 3 candlesticks of 15 minutes or 5 minutes to close the next 15 minutes candle. Am I correct?
yep. Yes, yes.
So we have one, two, we have one, wait. We have one, we have two, we have three. Am I correct? The third candle closed inside here.
Yes, it did.
Am I correct? Now remember, this zone right here was our first target zone in terms of 15-minute zone. And this zone is our target for 5-minute zone. Are you guys getting me? But overall, on our 15 minutes, this is where 15 minutes supposed to break and change the storyline. Do you guys remember that zone?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's go back to now. This is where price is supposed to break. Am I correct? So now I can play 1 minute. Let's go down to 1 minute. Unfortunately, I can't go back. Can I? I can't go back. That's shitty. Let's play 3 minutes. Let's see if 3 minutes gonna allow. Oh, lucky enough for you guys. It has happened. Now, guys, good, 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 good. Now, this is where M3 is supposed to break.
yeah.
Am I correct or wrong?
You're right, bro.
Yeah. Correct.
Now listen, at this point, I could have gone down. Now, price also closed as a bullish candle on M3, which means I can play M1. But I
Yeah,
can't go to M1. And it's obvious that we had M1, M3. Now, in this zone, let's say I just woke up. I just woke up and price already made this candlestick. And I understand that the three candlesticks of or 2 candlesticks of H1 or this particular time frame will close the M5, 3.5. But I don't play 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I play 3 minutes, 15 minutes. So let's say this is your zone on your 15 minutes. Now note that let's say this is your zone on 15 minutes. Let me take this out. This zone has to go. This 3 minute zone has to go if you want to sell down here. Now listen. Now let's say I woke up and I saw this bullish candle closing like this. Bullish candle closing like this. I'm like, fuck it. I'm selling this market only if I have an engulfing engulfing here. Now, note that price closing as a bullish candle here means that we are looking for sales, right? Guys, am I correct?
Yes.
So which means that if I have an engulfing failed, I'm selling. That means that engulfing failed means that this zone might have formed an engulfing. So if I have an engulfing, I would have sold the market now. You're like 100% this would have been your entry. Market forming an engulfing sell here means that there's a break of structure, because this blue candle here is a retracement. And then we have a break of structure. It means that the whole storyline here on 1 minute also align. So obviously 1 minute change of storyline happened, break of structure. And if price had pulled back here, now what I would do is 50% of the engulfing candle, right? You can place your, now if you want to actually trade 50% of this candle, you can trade. But if you want to actually enter as price touches this engulfing, you can start layering. Now what I do is, if I'm to use one lot size, like 1.00 lot size, I'm going to split the position. So I'll be using 0.2. I know that 5 positions of 0.2 will give me one lot size. Do you understand?
Yes.
So now
Yes.
I'll do this. When price comes to stop this zone, I'll layer 1, layer 2, as it's going 3, as it's going 4, as it's going 5, and then my stop loss is here. Now the stop loss for the one lot I'm using starts from the first place, because I'll assume that this is the first place I've entered my one lot. Now my stop loss is going to be outside here. Now, in fact, I'll only close this market only if we have a break of this zone, which will mean that price has respected this dominant zone right here. And then there is a break of structure from this engulfing. Since price has closed like this, there's a break of structure from this engulfing. So I'm buying. So now automatically, this break of this sells here, right, means that I'm selling this market down here, because this is the direction of the markets right now. And let's say you had your entries here. You had your entries here, and now this is your target. You've capitalized on that move. Like you've shifted your stop loss to break even, and you're like holding the price. Now, let me show you guys something. Now, price closed inside here. Price closed as a bullish candle inside here. So now I'm looking for an engulfing fail to form if I'm selling this market long term. And that is exactly what happened. But this right here, I will explain something to you guys. Let's go back to 15 minutes. Let's go back to 15 minutes. All right, guys, just give me. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we
Hello?
can hear you. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We
Hello.
can
Can
hear
you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right. So 5 minutes. This
Brother,
is
I
where
wanted to ask you that can we take trades without combining SNR and just focusing only on engulfing and picking
yes,
only?
sure. Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because to be honest, I'm finding it a bit difficult on my part when you come while you were showing us in daily outlook, right? About how the price was respecting the SNR level, and from somewhere from
See,
the behind.
brother,
Yeah,
I'm honestly speaking to you, right? If I explain SNL to you,
yeah,
I have a different perspective towards SNL. Not what you guys have, not AKFX, not like AKFX, not RFT, RFT
Yeah.
is like, I don't know, fucking bullshit. I don't know, like I don't know what your Malaysian traders are teaching you guys. Like it's so annoying.
Yeah.
You get my point. It's very annoying. What I'm teaching you guys is like the basics.
Yes.
Closure.
No, this
I'm
one
not
is
even talking
really
about.
good.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not talking about. I'm not even talking about the engulfing system itself. I'm talking about closure of price. How important it is, because
Yeah.
it's like one of the major backbones to my strategy and being profitable.
Yeah.
Because 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 you always capitalize on the market trade. Now, guys, remember this is where price was supposed to break on M15. I'm
Yep.
sorry, on 5 minutes. Now it takes about, and this is where price closed. Price closed as a bullish candle on 5 minutes.
M50.
It takes about 3 candlesticks of 5 minutes to close the 15 minutes. Am I
Yes.
correct? So if you count with me, if you count, this is the first red candle, 1, 2, 3. The third one closed inside here.
Yeah.
So normally we are supposed to buy the market down here. We are supposed to look for buys on, let's say, 1 minute.
Yeah.
But eventually, 1 minute candlesticks, like 5 candlesticks of 1 minute, eventually happen, and 5 minute close again. 5 minute close as a bullish candle inside here. Can you see that? 5 minute close
Yes,
as
yes.
a bullish
Yes.
candle inside here. So that means if you had gone down to 1 minute and then 1 minute gave you this before the next 5 minute candlestick close, you would have had your entries down to this level, which is eventually this is when it happened. And that is why when price eventually broke the structure, pullback, entry, price is just going down. Can you see that? This was a level of target.
But like,
So that's so
will you have waited for the 5 minute engulfing fail, or you would have looked at M1 and started to take the entry?
well, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I'm trying to ask, like, will you wait for this to break on the 5 minutes to then enter, or will you enter on M1 from here itself?
I'll enter from M1, like from this closure inside this zone. See, that is why I'm telling you guys. You guys need to know your zones that price needs to break. See, I can't go down to 1 minute, but I'll start back testing like recent trades so that I can go down to 1 minute so you guys can observe what I mean. Now, price closing inside here as a bearish candle, 100%. I am looking for buys to this level right here. To this level, I'm looking for buys. But now I waited on 1 minute. 1 minute couldn't break structure until the next 5 minute candlestick closed. How did the next 5 minute candlestick close? Is it not a bullish candle?
Yes.
So now what you do is you play the same thing. So it is obvious that 15, that is why we have this engulfing cell here. Can you guys see that? You remember the formation of engulfing candles? That means 1 minute, there was a 1 minute engulfing buy fell. That's why we have this. So the buy fell, market tested and market slowed down and formed this as a result. So now M15 is bearish, M5 is now bearish, M5 is now bearish. This is where your M15 is supposed to break. If you're selling here, this is your entry down here. And it is obvious that we had this trend line here. First touch, second touch, third touch, price is going massively down. This is your entry right here. You would have had an early entry on 1 minute. I can bet you that early entry here against this level and against this level. But you just know that the bigger the engulfing failed, the longer the trade, the longer the profit pips that you have. So if you have a 1 minute,
Yes.
you know that this is your target, and that's gonna be like 2 pips. So if you're like my friend, when he has a break from this level, he's gonna use like maybe like 20 lot size on 1 minute, 20 lot size, and that is still a way of making money, scalping. But I'm more of like the 5 minute break like this. I'm more of the 5 minute break because I want to have a good amount of pips. I want to have a good amount of pips. So I mainly take my trades from 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 3 minutes. And if I'm able to have a break of structure on 1 minute, on 1 hour, I'll still take it because it is in the direction of the market. So now closure of price is like very, very eminent in trading, because if you guys understand the closure of price, because if price doesn't close on that time frame, what will you be trading on a lower time? What are you looking for on a lower time frame? You need to know how price closed on each time frame so that you know the zones that price has to break before the next candlestick closure while trading this current CMP. Now, when we are talking about current CMP, I looked for the current CMP up until 5 minutes. I just stop at 5 minutes. Like I don't even go any further. I don't go any further. So my entry zones are M30, M15, and 5 minutes. After I have like a 1 hour closure. So like I said, back to the engulfing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Back to the engulfing storyline. Now, when we are talking about storyline, I like to give one valuable explanation about your direction of market. So when you wake up in the morning and you want to go to work, I keep saying it. When you want to go to work, what's the first thing you do? You just step into the bathroom, freshen up, get to the dining table, eat some nice breakfast, get to your car. Eventually, you see your friend, you're gonna greet him. Hey, yo, what's up, man? How you doing, man? How's the family? Good. You step into the car, you drive in, and then you get to a traffic stop. You have to stop because the light is showing red. Doesn't mean you're not gonna get to your direction, right? Yeah. So the traffic light has showed red, and then along the road, you're like, okay, I have to get Starbucks. And then you stop by to get your Starbucks. It doesn't mean you're not going to work. You're not going to work. Eventually, you got to work. And then your friend is like, yo, man, what's up? What have you been doing since morning? What have you been doing? Where have you been? Now, what your friend is asking you is your storyline, how you got to the workplace. So now each of these roadblocks, like taking freshen up, going to eat your breakfast, um, get into your car, greeting your friends, roadblocks like the traffic stop. Those are all
Hello. Hello.
I think you cut out.
Yeah.
hello,
Yeah, now we
Yeah.
hello.
can hear
Yeah.
you.
Now it's audible.
Man, I was talking ever since you guys. Okay, good. So, uh, okay, I was explaining something to you guys. So, whatever happens is these things I've mentioned are just basically roadblocks. It doesn't mean that you're not going to your direction. That is the same thing. So now, whenever you're stopping, whatever you're doing, whatever you were doing when you greeted your friend, that was the current market. That was the current time. That's the current thing you were doing. That was the most current thing. Greeting your friend was the current thing. But eventually, you left your friend and the journey took you to work. But so whatever you were doing along the journey was the current thing that you were doing. Do you understand me? So now time frames, market time frames are gradual movement of price from the lower time frame to the higher time frames. That is storyline. Gradual movement of price from the lower time frames to the to the higher time frame, not the higher time frames to the lower time frame. That is storyline is from 1 minute to 3 to 12 months. Now, now that is the normal way of storyline. Gradual movement of price. If M1 doesn't break, we'll not go to M3. If M3 doesn't break, we'll not go to M5. If you do not, shower, you won't have eaten your breakfast. Like that is the storyline. But now, in terms of trading logically, we start from the higher time frames to know our direction of storyline. Do you guys understand me?
Yes.
All right, good. So when we have a monthly buy zone, sell zone, and we also have a monthly buy zone. This is sell zone. This is monthly buy zone. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right, good. So
Yes, sir.
all right, good. So when price, this is how price is gonna approach on the monthly time frame by probably two candles. This is how it's gonna approach on weekly time frame. Let's say probably like, let's say 6 candles, right? Sorry, it's always like this. This is when it's coming down. We have this. So that is how it's gonna look like on a weekly time frame. This is how it's gonna look like on a daily time frame. We have these buys, we have sales, series of sales, we have buys, 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 we have series of sales, we have buys, buys, and buys. This is how it's gonna look like on a daily time frame. Now I'm just showing you how price will be approaching this zone on each of these time frames. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
All right, good. Now, the first time price taps this zone and closes as a bullish candle, what we are looking for is one time frame confirmation, OT, OTC, or OTFC, whatever you want to use. Is one time frame confirmation. But the most important part is COS, change of storyline.
Yes.
That is the most important criteria for like validating your direction change. You need to have a change of storyline. So which means that when price is closing as a bullish candle after tapping a monthly sell zone, this is how it's going to look like if you change to a line chart. Price is buying. So now, if price doesn't break this level, if price doesn't break this engulfing buy, yeah, that formed after the closure of this, we are not going to sell down to this level.
That's on weekly, right?
Yes, on weekly. Now, note that this engulfing buy that I'm talking about, price needs to fail this zone before the next monthly candle closure.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, the purpose of a one-time frame confirmation, OTFC, is we need an engulfing cell to form here as a result of the closure of this monthly cell like this. If you have an engulfing, now and one-time frame confirmation is a zone for us to actually enter the market against the zone that we want price to break. So let's say we have a one-time frame confirmation engulfing cell zone, and this is where price is supposed to break. Now, remember what I told you guys about formation of engulfing candles. Now, this engulfing cell here being formed on daily is as a result of a break of structure on what time frame? I'm asking JIT that question. This engulfing cell being formed on daily is as a result of a break of structure on what time frame?
4 hours.
Huh?
On the 4 hour.
4 hours. Good. So now we have a one time frame confirmation. Now you can sell from it. This is like high risk entry. You can definitely sell from it because that's a break of structure after the closure of price. Now note that the closure should actually come. Now, the one that is most stronger is the closure that comes with the closure of price on the higher time frame. So if you have a closure of price and then stepping down to your weekly, we had the one time frame confirmation, which is like the engulfing sell. You can sell from the to the next to the zone that price needs to break. Now note that 70% of the times when we have that engulfing price, sometimes will not come back to your engulfing sell zone. It just goes straight to your TP zone. It happens all the time in the market, right? So now that is the reason why before that price, maybe before price had formed a daily engulfing sell, right? That means you already had your entries from H4, understanding the storyline that you are looking for this on daily. Do you understand? Well, knowing that weekly is going to close soon. So now, if weekly should close as a bullish candle, you know that we'll be looking for a daily engulfing zone to form. And then if that happens, you're selling the market to where you want market to break. Now, in this case, this is where we want market to break, this level here.
Yes, so like if we get EG on and one time frame confirmation on lower time frame, we can sell to that zone. Right?
Yeah, you can sell to that zone. Now, sometimes price will not like give you come back to that engulfing stage. It's gonna go straight to your entry. But I'm just teaching you storyline. I'm not teaching you guys entry rate yet.
Yes, yes.
I'm teaching you guys what you guys learned on that first video, one time frame confirmation and change of storyline. That is the only thing I do in the market. That is obviously the only thing I do in the market. I don't do anything apart from that. Now, note that, okay, now daily 4 hours as now, let's say this is your zone that price had to break. Now, price came
On the
back
4
close
hour.
on the weekly,
Okay.
right? And price could not break this level. And then since the weekly is bullish, is bullish, right? The weekly is bullish according to structure. If you have a daily change of storyline to the upper side, I am buying the market.
Yes.
You feel
Yes,
me?
understood. Yes.
You understand?
Yeah, because the weekly before the weekly closed, we weren't able to break the engulfing bar.
Yes. Before the next monthly closed, right? We were unable to break this level. So you can focus on the CMB. So obviously, it will be obvious that it's that monthly might have closed as a bearish candle, in which if you carry your line and keep, now you're looking for this zone to break on weekly. Do you understand? If price is going to go up. Now, since monthly closed as a bearish candle, now obviously weekly has closed as a bearish candle. So you need, if you're going down to daily now, you need a zone probably around here on daily to break before you can buy to this weekly level. And if this weekly level should break before the next monthly close, you buy. That is the same thing that happened to gold last week on Friday. That's why gold was buying massively. I sent it to that my daily outlook to you guys. I don't know if you guys
Yes.
watched it.
Yes.
I told you guys if price break that 4 hours level, we are buying because daily closed as a bearish candle, and that 4 hours candlestick, that 4 hours engulfing sell got violated before the next daily candlestick closed. That is why we are having that buy like massively. Let me show you guys. Go back to daily. Despite the fact that we had this dominant engulfing sell zone on a daily. Now look, now price tapped that daily engulfing sell. Now we are this is where we want to sell the markets to. Now price closing as a bullish candle on H on daily. We need H4 to break. Now going down to my H4, where do you think price should break? First of all, this is where price needs to break because that's the delay that push price to the upper side. That is delay, right? So now price needs to break this place before the next daily candlestick close. But that did not happen. Now you see this break of structure here. Hello, guys.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I can see.
Okay.
So
Now count with me. Now this red candlestick is the closure. Now daily closed as a bullish candle, but 4 hours closed as a what?
as a bearish candle,
So what do? Daily is telling you to
we
sell,
buy.
but oh yeah, good, we buy. Good. Now eventually this price broke structure here, and that's the reason why we have these bullish buys. Now note that 6 candlesticks of H4 forms the daily, closes the daily. So if you start counting, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. This is a break of structure. Now the 6th
Yeah.
candlestick is the candlestick that broke structure. And now you realize that daily has closed. How did daily close?
Daily close bearish and
Daily
export close
closed bearish. So now, despite the fact that you have a break of structure on your daily on 4 hours, which is like the SOP, coming back to daily closed as a bearish candle. So if daily closes as a bearish candle, do you buy or do you sell?
We buy.
We buy. Good. Now going down to my H4. How did H4 close? Bearish. So
we
now
buy.
if I'm buying, if price is supposed to now in terms of daily closure, this is where we wanted price to break. If we are breaking this structure, we would have been buying massively. Now it takes about 6 candlesticks of H4 to close the daily. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now count with me. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. If we have a break on the third candle of 4 hours,
Did you have the break on?
yes, do we have a break of this level on the
Yes,
candles?
yes.
Yes.
Before the daily close.
Why are you not buying?
Hmm.
Can you see how
yeah,
good it is? Despite the fact that we
exactly
now
over here, I was trying to sell and I had a break on, like there was a 15-minute engulfing fail, and then price still went up.
no, there was no 15-minute engulfing failed. Right here, like this. Are you talking about that zone? No, let me show you
Yeah,
something, guys.
somewhere over here.
Let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. Like I was looking for entries to capitalize on that move. Although I woke up very late, I couldn't. I wasn't able to place a trade from that level. Now this is 4 hours engulfing failed, and this is the first zone would have been buying to after the close of that price. After the close of that price, that's the first zone would have been buying to. So now price also closed as a bearish candle on H4. So now the H1 to break, go down to H1. Ask yourself, which zone do we have to break first on H1 before we change storyline? It is obvious that this is the zone. Am I correct? Good. It's obvious that that is the zone. So now price closed as a bearish candle. Price closed as a bullish candle. This is it. Anything to my left. Price
Yes.
closed as a bullish candle. So now daily close as a bearish candle, 4 hours close as a bearish candle, 1 hour close as a bearish candle. That means I can play 15 minutes. Since this is where price is supposed to break, I can play 15-minute break to buy up to this level. So I'm going down to my 15 minutes. Now ask yourself, where did we need to break on 15 minutes first before we buy? This is the level on 15 minutes. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes.
Now what happened?
Yes.
Now note that 4 candlesticks of 15 minutes will close the 1 hour. So count with me. This is 1, this is 2. Did we have a break?
Yes.
Good. So this is your entry here. This is your target. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I missed this entry because this is like 18 pips entry. If you use probably like maybe 4 lot size, this is money. This is money. That's what I'm saying. Scalpers make money a lot because you don't necessarily wait the whole day. Imagine in this setup, you capitalize so much on this setup.
But
Like my brother.
like
But what?
we just had a 4-hour EG and 4-hour EF. If we just look for EG and EF without looking at closure or with time, so won't we? Yeah,
Like
can you go to 4 hour one
you
second?
mean this? Okay, 4 hours. Okay, good. Let's go to 4 hours.
Like I understood
This closure.
what you told about 4 hours closed as bearish, daily closed as
Yeah,
bearish, so we buy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we actually made a engulfing fail on 4 hour. So why won't price come to this
Now,
and then?
now, now, that is a very good question. I love that. Can you take out your
Yes, I have to.
okay, good. That is a very good question. I like that. Now, remember when I told you guys about daily closure, about closure of price. Price
Yes,
closed as a bearish candle, right?
yes,
Now, in the previous storyline, this was an engulfing failed, right? This was an engulfing failed. Am I correct? So now, rightfully, you would have been selling the market as the market came inside. You would have been selling the market. This would have been your target. But we are dealing with daily closure. Remember, we are dealing with daily closure, so our perspective should be on buys. Like
but
your perspective. No.
it
Listen,
won't
listen,
happen. Like
listen.
yes,
Just listen to me. You're focusing on buys based off daily closure. Number one. first of daily closure. Now, had it been price closed as a bullish candle on H4, would have been looking for sales on H4.
Okay, yeah.
Do you understand? Now, daily
Yes.
closed as a bearish candle, 4 hours closed as a bearish candle. Why are you not looking for buys rather than sales? Despite the fact that is what I'm saying, Forex is logical. If your past mentors, they never mentioned this to you, I am the one telling you now. Forex is fucking mental, very, very logical. You need to be aware of your environment. That is what I'm saying. Observe your candle closures. Because you might have a break of structure and you're like, okay, let me sell. But you forgot that daily close as a bearish candle. You're supposed to be looking for buys because even 4 hours close as a bearish candle. So now, whatever you're doing, you are aware that we have a change of storyline on H4. But daily close as a bearish candle, 4 hours close as a bearish candle. Now, while stepping down to 4 hours, this zone is the zone that daily is supposed to break. That is supposed to break before we can confirm like daily is buying for real. Am I correct?
Yes, like that will become the EF.
Yes, I'm correct. Now, on this time frame, we have an engulfing failed, but daily closed as a bearish candle, 4 hours closed as a bearish candle. So now you're looking, now your first target is here. Is this engulfing failed here? If you're buying from it. Yes. Now, this closure never give us a break of structure on H1. That is why we are buying, thus buying.
Okay. Yes.
So now, whatever you're doing, this is what I like to do. I like to put a line here. And I'm like, that line is my H4 line. So whatever I'm doing, whatever entry I'm having, it should be before price tap this line. Do you understand me?
Yes.
And so you have this. You put a line here. I'll put another line here to mark the closure of the candle. That zone, price needs to tap that zone before any other thing. Now, 1 hour, 4 hours also close as a bearish. Now, this is where price needs to break on H1. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, you see how focusing on market CMP and market logical manipulation can help you escape all the losses in the market. Not necessarily all the losses, because you eventually have losses. It is normal. Like to me right now, I don't see losses as like a big deal, because I have a profitable system that is helping me to make money every single day. So if I take a loss, fine. It didn't work that day, but this system works every single time. Now, price also close as a bearish candle. Am I correct on H1?
Yes.
So now if I buy,
4 hour.
yeah, so if I'm buying this market, it is here that I'm going to. All right, good. Let's go down to 15 minutes. One hour. Now, 1 hour closed as a bullish candle, as a bearish candle. Sorry, this is it. Now, if 1 hour had closed as a bearish candle, as a bullish candle, right? You will still note that eventually you're going to be trading the CMP, which is the bullish candle. You're going to trade this bullish candle to the downside. But should, in case while waiting for this to happen, you have a break of this level, before the next 4 hours candlestick closes, you are buying the market. So now, since price has closed as a bearish candle, I need 15 minutes to align so I can come to that H1 zone. Now, the 15 minutes actually align. Now, 15 minutes close as a bullish candle, which is this, as a bullish candle. Now, count with me. It takes about 4 candlesticks of the M15 to close the H1. So if you count, this is 1, this is 2. That's the second one, broke the structure. Now, in this situation, when I have this, I'll just wait. Even if price forms an engulfing sell here, no problem. It can start selling. I'll miss it. But this is the zone I'll wait for price to break before I'm going to place anything buys. Now, price eventually boom straight out. While retesting this level, this is my target because now 15 minutes is now bullish. So I'm buying this market to this level. Do you understand me?
Yes.
So now it is obvious that 1 hour candlestick has closed. My H1 candlestick is now, my alarm is now ringing. 1 hour candlestick has closed. Blank, it has closed, it has closed, it has closed, it has closed. This is the closure. Put a line there. Now note that this is the zone that we're going to target to sell the markets to. This dominant zone. But those zones are very, very short. Now for me, right, after price has tapped inside my engulfing sell zone, because this is 1 hour engulfing fail, just like 4 hours. This zone is also 1 hour engulfing
Yes.
fail
Yeah.
plus engulfing. Now we are supposed to focus on selling more. Do you understand? Now price
Yes.
has closed here. Now I will only sell more, right? If you put a line here, I will only sell more if I have 15 minutes break
EG.
of structure. This is where 15 minutes is supposed to break. Am I correct?
Yes. It never broke.
Now 15 minutes close as a bearish candle. Am I correct?
Yes.
So now that means I can trade 15 minutes. Since price closed as a bullish candle on MH1 and it closed as a bullish candle, bearish candle on M15, and it closed inside a zone that price was supposed to break. Now this closure inside this M15 means that this market right now has respected this red zone, this engulfing buy zone.
Yes.
Now are we focusing on buying the market on this in particular price? This is it, buying the market to this level. So if you play M3, now this is where M3 is supposed to break. Am I correct, brother?
Yes. Yeah, that was the EG which
Now
which
M3 did M15 close as a bearish candle. M3, how did M3 close?
M3 was as bearish.
As a bearish candle. So I can trade 1 hour to this level. So now
Yeah,
I'm
you can buy.
I'm going down to my 1 hour. Now 1 hour close as a bearish candle, right?
Yes. And
Now,
that is the EG.
my brother, now in this situation, my brother will go to like M15 15 seconds time frame to catch this bearish closure also on M1. Now, if you had waited for M1 to break, it takes about
15 seconds can.
3 candles. Yeah, it takes about 3 candlesticks of H1 of M1 to close 3 candlesticks of M1. Yeah. So now price has broken. This is where price close.
Yeah.
Like the very first candle itself broke out. Why are you not buying? This is the direction of the market. So now you have capitalized on this. This is your TP. Why price eventually came to your TP?
Yes.
So now you can see that price was unable to change storyline on 15 minutes. That is why that 1 hour zone was violated.
Yes.
Now this is the second time price closed inside. This is like the second time price has tapped that zone. Put a line here. Go down to my 15 minutes. Price closed as a bearish candle, right?
Yes.
Now, did we now sometimes I will use this level, this DOM level, this DOM engulfing as the break. Now, did we break this level?
No.
Why are you not buying? Now, eventually, price formed an engulfing. You are going to buy here again.
Yes.
Do you understand? This engulfing means that 5 minute broke is structured. Do you understand?
Correct.
Based
Yes.
on the of engulfing. So you're buying. Price is buying from that level. I was not around. I would have bought the market here. Now, the next H4 candle. H1 candle. So we'll go down to M15. Now, ask yourself, where did price needed to break on M15 before the next H1 candlestick closes? Where?
At least over here. sorry, at least over here dominance. So,
No. I'm not looking at the dominant zone. Don't look at the dominant. Look at this one. Always look at
yes.
the. Always look at the leg that brought price up. Always look
Okay.
at. If you go back and watch this video, you not see me mark a dominant zone. I'll always mark the leg that brought price up, the engulfing that brought price up. So now, price was unable to break this place on M15. There's no reason for selling. Eventually, price closed as a H1 candle, bearish candle. Now, while waiting for, you see how you're avoiding losses while waiting for M15 to break. You're waiting. Price did not break. H1 close. You step back up. H1 close as every H1 close as bearish candle. And imagine sitting down and you have a H1 break of structure. Now look at this. Have you seen that this H1 next candle broke this structure?
Yes.
Broke this engulfing zone. That is the right place to buy the market to continue to this level right here. Can you see that? So this is an entry, and we had a continuation trend line.
Yes.
Which is this trend line that I always tell you guys, price breaks out and then a retest of this. Do you understand?
Yes, understand.
Okay, good. So now let's say we had that closure in price down there. We had that closure in price. This is closure of price on H1. So we trade the current CMP, right?
CMP, yeah.
So now I'm going down to my 15 minutes. Now ask yourself, brothers and sisters, ask yourself, when do you think markets should break? Now this is where liquidity with SNR comes inside. Let me teach you guys something. Let me show you something. This was a fresh resistance level. This was a fresh. It was like this. This was a fresh resistance level.
Yes, it got tested.
Is it now fresh? Is it fresh?
No.
Okay, good. Now, so that means the only level that was fresh was this level. Yeah, was this zone here.
Even that got tested.
So price we expected that level came down, and the next fresh level was this zone.
Yes, even that got tested.
Was it fresh? Was it fresh?
Yes, it was fresh right now.
Is it now fresh? No, not fresh. So now automatically,
all
this
that
entire will go. This is liquidity. It will go.
Yes.
So now look at this with me. When this zone was like this, was it fresh?
Yes.
Is it now fresh?
No.
Okay, so obviously the only zone we have that if price should break, I'm buying is this level. So me, I will not even need to go since 15-minute close as a bearish candle, 1 hour close as a bearish, 15-minute close as a bearish. I will not even need to go down any lower time frame again. I will just wait for price to form an engulfing. And if price stopped at this level, I would have been buying the market. I don't fucking care. Because obviously, this entire thing right now, what you're seeing right here,
yes,
is what liquidity.
Everything is nothing is fresh. Nothing
is fresh. So the only fresh zone we have was this level right here. Even when price reacted and closed as a bearish candle, we are unable to break structure. That is why we are buying again. Price is breaking structure.
15 minutes didn't go bearish. It was still bullish.
Eventually, we are going up. So but you guys disregard the SNL thing. I'm teaching you guys just engulfing first of all. So now you see how everything's aligned.
Yes.
Now we have
closure and time.
Now look at this. Since now you would have said that, why didn't we sell in this level? Now look. Yes. Price closed inside that level, right? As a bullish candle. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going down to H1. How did it close on H1?
It closed bullish.
No, it closed as a bullish. Sorry, bullish. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So remember that we have backtested this place, right? And we wanted a 15-minute break. Did it happen?
And it didn't happen. No.
No.
For the sales, no.
No, it did not happen. And then eventually price came back to close as a what?
Yes.
As a bearish candle on H1. So you trade H1. So if you are trading H1,
We
This
need
would have been your
M15
entry.
bullish.
M15 and you're buying.
Yes, it was already aligned.
You're buying. And eventually, we have the next 4 hours closure. Where did the next 4 hours happen? He broke this level.
Yes, yes.
So obviously, this is the only level that price needs to go to. And we would have waited. Now, the thing is, now you have this 4 hour zone. You refine it to your H1 and play this H1 zone like this. So now I waited for H1 to close inside the zone. H1 eventually closed inside the zone, which is on your H1, M1. H1 has closed inside that zone. I carry my line, I carry the line, place it there, and I'm like, okay, I need 15 minutes to break. Where will 15 minute break before price change storyline? This
down there.
level.
Yes.
So now it closed as a bullish candle, right? You can trade, you can look for 3 minute change of storyline, and I can bet you there wasn't any 3 minute change of storyline. That is why you see you have this series of engulfing buys, engulfing 3 minute engulfing being formed, and then you have to note that 4 candlesticks of 15 minutes to close H1, so you can start counting 1, 2, 3, 4. So now it is obvious that 1 hour has closed.
Yes.
Again,
Bullish.
so you shift it to this level.
Yes.
Shift it to this level. So now I'm going down to my M15. How did M15 close, brothers? Brother,
It closed bearish.
bearish. We did not have a break of this level. You can still draw this, definitely. But for me, I will still use this level.
Yes, the more confirmed.
Yeah. But now I'm using this level because we are like above, like we are above, on top. So I'll use this dominance. Price failed to break this dominant down. And if you had focused on the closure of this dominant candle, this 15-minute candle, you'd have had an entry.
It goes better. Yes, break.
That's a break of structure, brother.
Yes.
And this is where it stopped. That is why price was also buying on like M15.
Yes.
So can you see the reason why you took your loss, or probably you sold and you took that loss? Because daily candle still closed as a bearish candle.
Yeah.
So if daily candlestick had closed as a bullish candle, and then you step down to H4 closed as a bullish candle, that is when you're going to be looking for the right sales.
Understood. Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yes. Yes.
It is very, very crucial that you guys understand markets like closure of price. Already, I've taken too much time. I don't want to bore you guys out. So you guys, you understand. Now, let's go for that. Now, look at this on the monthly time frame.
Yeah.
This is an engulfing fail right on the yearly time frame.
Yes.
Now, this is the first time price tapped into that zone.
Yes.
This zone, right? So I'll put the line there. I'm going down to my 3 months. Now, ask yourself, where did you think price needed to break before we go to the upper side? Draw it. Let me see. Draw it. Yeah, draw it. Draw it. If you can see.
This was the EG engulfing, which brought the price down. So before then we buy.
Good. That is the zone. Now, did we have a break of that zone before the next 1 year candlestick closed?
No.
So now, had it been focused on the current market price, which was this,
yes,
you would have traded the 3 months break against that level. Now, that is that. Now, let's go back to 12 months again. This is the second time price has tapped that level.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
So I'm going down to my 3 months. Where do you think we needed price to break first of all before we can consider buying? Can you mark
before
it?
we consider buying? Yeah. This one. This.
Good.
Then we can say that it became an engulfing fail and we continue buying.
Yes. That is when the one year when the 1 year buy storyline would have been completed.
Yes.
But now look at this. During the closure of that particular 1 minute, this 12 months candle, we formed a one-time frame confirmation
Yes, for buys.
for buys.
Correct. Yes.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
We formed a one-time frame confirmation for buys. That's why if you go down to a lower time frame, we had an entry down here. So that's like the one-time frame confirmation coming as a result of the closure of price. Now, the one that is most stronger is the engulfing one-time frame confirmation that comes as a result of a closure of price. Now, the next one, the engulfing, if it doesn't form, whatever engulfing that forms, it needs to happen before the next closure of the candle.
Yes,
of the next
understood.
higher time. You understand? So
One time frame higher closure. Like if it's
yeah,
3 months,
yeah,
then it should be before the 12 months closure.
Good. That is absolutely beautiful. That is brilliant.
Yes, understood.
So now basically we never had a change of storyline from this
Yes.
level, from our 3 months level. And then price closed inside there. Now, remember when I was saying zone to zone. So if you're selling from here, this is your target.
2 year. Yes.
Do you understand? So now
Yes.
go down to your monthly. Let me put a line there. Going down to 3 months. Now, where do you think price needs to break before we turn storyline?
Yeah, over here, like this.
Good. This is absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
Now, it takes about 3 candlesticks of the monthly to close the 3 months. Now,
Correct. Yes.
this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. 3 months has closed.
We didn't break it before the month,
Yeah.
3 month close.
Now note that you're not waiting on 3 months. You're not waiting for 3 months for monthly to close. You're not actually waiting for the 3 candlesticks of, in fact, you're not waiting for 3 months to break this level.
Yes.
The monthly level. Now, I am only teaching you guys understanding closure with storyline.
Yes.
Now, until we have a break of this level, we are not selling according to the closure on higher time frames. Now,
Correct.
eventually, 3 months has closed, right?
Yes.
Now remember, let me also emphasize on something. Now remember that during the closure of that monthly, we didn't have a one-time frame confirmation. Did we?
No.
No. Now
No.
in subsequent times, we now had the one-time frame confirmation.
In the next, yeah.
In the following week, we had the one-time frame confirmation on the monthly
Yes.
time frame, right? But despite
Yes.
that fact, weekly 3 months had closed as a bearish candle. So we are focusing on buys. Am I correct?
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So now I'm going down to my monthly. Now, 3 months, monthly close as a bearish candle.
Yes.
Right? 3 months close as a bearish candle, monthly close as a bearish candle. So I am looking. This is now, first of all, this is where market needs to break. If it's to
continue
respect.
by.
Yes, good.
Yes.
Now, so I'm buying the market to that level. So I'm going down to my weekly. Weekly close as a bearish candle. Right?
Yes.
So this is where I am targeting. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, weekly. Now, so since weekly close as a bearish candle, now I am waiting for daily to align, right? So I'm going down to my daily. Now, daily close as a what? Bullish candle. Now, this is where I want price to actually break. Am I correct?
Correct, yes.
Daily. Now, since daily close as a bullish candle, now remember, daily close as a weekly close as a bearish candle. That's a rejection has happened.
Yes.
Now, as a result of that rejection, we now have a one-time frame.
Yes, correct. Yeah. On the daily time frame.
Yes. So that is now the one-time frame confirmation, and then a change of storyline that I have been teaching that you guys watched on that face video. That's the right validation. Can you see it?
Yes.
So now, good.
Daily...
So now, since daily has closed as a bullish candle, and besides, it reacted off this level, and already daily was a bearish candle, bearish trend from this level, from here. Daily turned bearish from this level here.
Yes, correct.
Daily turned bearish from this level. Can you see that?
Yes.
From this level. So ever since then, we have been trending down.
Yeah, bearish on the daily.
Yeah, we have been trending down. So it would have been advisable to continue selling,
Yes.
right? Right?
Yeah.
Because it's bearish. But
Yes.
remember that we now have a one-time frame confirmation.
Yes.
Now look, this is the beauty of all the trades. Now, when daily was selling here, this was the only engulfing buy that happened.
Yes.
The rest, there was no engulfing buy. So the one-time frame confirmation happening here means that it is special.
Yes. And it is also aligned with monthly, 3-monthly closure.
Yes, good.
Yes.
Which completes the SOP that we look for. One time frame confirmation, like one time frame confirmation. This is it that's happening. This actually shows that H4 has broken structure.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So now I'm looking for sales down here. I'll be looking for sales down here. So if you go to your H4, that's really, really far away. I didn't want to practice anything far away.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, where did you think price needed to break? Is it not the place that price needed to break? Or
Over there?
yeah, 4 hours closed. 4 hours closed as the bearish candle. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct.
But this is where we needed price to break. Am I correct?
Yes, just left to the closure. Yes.
Yes, but now look at this. We had a one-time frame confirmation, and this is our daily zone, right?
Yes.
Now inside that daily zone, we have this engulfing field inside that zone. So that means since 4 hours has closed as a bearish candle, I am looking to buy the market. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, so I am only going to buy the market if I have H1 break.
1 hour. Yeah.
Now ask yourself, where did you think price was supposed to break before we can continue buying? Price closed as a bullish candle.
Bullish candle.
Yes, as a bullish
over
candle.
there.
So for me, you see this thing inside here?
Yes.
It means that there is something inside there, because if price should engulf this with a blue candle, close outside with a blue candle, what does it form? It forms an engulfing buy.
Yes.
Yes, which means that 50 minutes has broken structure. So now focusing on the closure of price. Price closed as a bullish candle on H1. Now, if I've gone down to M15, you would have seen that we had a break of structure. That is why it came down here.
And then
based on the closure of the time frames that you are aware of the zones.
Yes.
And eventually, this is the second time price closed inside that daily zone. Right?
Yes.
So it is obvious that this is our target. So you go down. Where was 4 hours supposed to break before price should go up? I'm like, God, where did 4 hours need to break? Where did we have to break on 4 hours first of all before we go down to the higher time frames?
This.
Good.
Like left to this. Yes.
Good. Beautiful. Now count with me. Did that happen before the day closed? Now count. 1,
6 candles.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, it happened.
But it came to our TP already.
Yeah,
can you see that?
It already came to
so now the beauty of this is that you have capitalized on this 4 hours closure.
Yes.
No, it's not that one, brother. It's not that one. It's not this.
To sell, right?
This is it. Yes, this is it. Not this one.
But the day started over here, right?
Hey, now that reminds me. That brings me to the second logical thing. Now, definitely, this is where we are supposed to break. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, should in case in the process, like before the next candlestick closes, we formed another engulfing buy and then break that level, we are selling. You understand me?
But this one should be higher than this one, right?
Yes, should be higher than that one. Yes.
Okay.
In this situation, this had formed. This is where the candlestick closed on H4.
And it happened before the daily close.
Yeah, it happened before the daily close. Now we had this now being formed. Now, as a result of like the current CMP, you traded the current CMP that this
4 hours.
this daily 4 hours break. Now, this 4 hours break now means that is that zone fresh.
No.
So automatically, if I'm buying the market from this level, it's going to clear all this liquidity. As a matter of
Correct.
fact, price
Yes.
needed to come to this fresh zone.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes, that is only the fresh one.
That is only the fresh zone. So if I'm buying here, as you can see, this was news. Price just eventually just one time.
Yeah, and it hit your
And I'll teach you guys the right valuation to enter news. Now, whenever we have like on fresh zones, this was on fresh, and we have a fresh zone above, and we just have a news. Now, me buying here, I know that I'm taking this news from this level, and I took this trade. I have it. I took this trade down here. Now, price just okay. Like, let's say price close like this on H4, and you know that these are our targets, right? Trade it close as the bullish, and then you're like, okay,
Yes.
let me press my line there. Good. So I need H1s to break.
Yes.
Now H1 close as a bearish or bullish candle.
Bullish.
Bullish. So now if this zone should break before the next H4, I'm selling the market.
Yes.
But you would have still cut this entry, but you had waited. This is your entry.
Yeah.
This right is your entry.
And it happened before the H4 closed.
Yes, yes. So now if you wanted to play 15 minutes, I'm not sure we can go down to 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I understood. Yeah. If the H1 had closed, it was bullish, right?
Yeah, we can't go down like we can't go down.
Just yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can. This is it.
Yeah.
Now it is obvious that 15 minutes also close as a bullish candle. So you'd have catch the entry from this 3 minutes, from this level against this. And then if it breaks the structure, you're holding the cells, and now eventually you're selling the market. Now from this your entry, you have capitalized. You are partial out.
Till zone which was down below.
Yeah.
For a daily zone.
Yeah. This is like 288 pips.
Almost 300. Yeah, it was indeed. Yeah.
So do you understand me?
Yeah. Like
So
the closure time and yes, I understood.
Closure is really important.
Yes.
Now look at this. Now we are inside daily EG. And as a result of the 4 hours break of structure, we now have a new zone of concern,
yes.
a new daily zone of concern. Now, this is the first time price tapped this zone.
Yes. Yeah. And it bearish.
Where did we need to break first of all if we are considering buying?
Up there, yeah.
This zone, right? Correct. Did we break that zone before the next daily candlestick fall?
No. 6 candles, no.
So it is obvious that price was respecting this dominant H4.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
And if you had put a line,
and even the EG failed, which was just about.
do you understand? So if we had a closure of price from that level, and then you put a line here, H4 closure, you go down to H1. Now ask yourself, where did H1 need to break? This is where H1 needed to break,
yes.
Right? Did we have that break?
No.
We had no break, right? So if you had focused on the CMP, on the closure of that H1, because it's obvious that the first closure on H1 inside that zone did not break M15. Like, you know, understand.
And we have the next
now.
one. Yes.
You have the next one, so you trade the next one.
Correct. Yeah. And break of that, yes.
So now you go down to your 15 minutes. Now 15-minute close as a bearish candle.
That's
Am I
bearish
correct?
candle.
So
Yeah,
we need
and
this
we
place
need to break.
we need this place to break first of all, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, 50 minutes. So I don't know if I can't go down to 3 minutes, but obviously
Yeah, understood.
there was a break here, and then you're riding the train. 50 minutes has broken. Okay, that is so much, and that's so much on you. So now, if you actually
Yes.
wanted for 15 minutes to break, this is the closure. It's like it's already too late. Do you understand? Because your entry is
Yeah.
supposed to be to minimize your lot size, to minimize your risk.
Yes.
Because if you're buying here, this would have been like
The stop loss. Yeah, it would have
7
been
pips.
huge.
So it's not right.
Yeah. So basically, on 5 minutes, there would have been.
Yeah, definitely on 3 minutes or 5 minutes, there would have been an entry. Sometimes price will just break and not come back. It is okay as long as it has gotten to your direction. Imagine that it came back and you took that trade. So it would have gone to your
Yes.
direction and you'd have been on profit. So basically, 2 to 4 trades, you're up. You've completed your challenge. Like when I first started
Correct.
trading, when I first started the understanding cycle, like I sat down on my fucking self and I was like, no. I can't be doing this. I can't be paying everybody always. Let me mix up the pieces together.
Yeah.
Now I won't lie. AKFX in
Hmm.
quotes has actually influenced my psychology in trading. You understand? So I would advise anybody that wants to learn SNL should learn from AKFX. I think it's the best. Like I can tell that okay, yeah, he has some knowledge. Because if someone is teaching you something and you're doing it, except he's not teaching you well, but if he's teaching you well, you're supposed to understand the concept.
Yes.
Eventually, you had a sell there, and eventually this is going down. Good. So obviously, the next daily candlestick, but I might have closed.
Yeah.
Now look at this with me. Let me even skip the whole thing. Now price closing as a bearish candle on daily. You know that if you have an engulfing, this is our target.
Yes.
You know that, right? Why? Because
Yes.
look at,
Because of the weekly.
is this zone
And
fresh?
yeah, the fresh one. No, it became unfresh.
Is it fresh?
Unfresh.
Is it fresh?
Unfresh.
Is this zone fresh?
Unfresh.
So now if we have a break of this level, this is like the only level that was left. This zone like this. So if you have a break of that level, this entire thing will go. Can you see how it plays out all the time?
Yes.
I'm not talking about liquidity yet. I'm
Hmm.
just showing you guys what I have seen in the market and it works.
Yeah.
So market breaking this level means that we had a 4 hours break of structure and then you're buying from this level. And then price is buying up. But eventually you have capitalized. Okay, let me also continue back testing.
Yes.
Are you seeing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Good. Now price close as a bullish candle. We're expecting to sell the
Yes.
market to this level here. And eventually price didn't give us an entry and it got down there and closed as a 4 hours. That means 1 hour was consolidating.
Yes.
So now, what did I say? Now look at this. There was no fresh zone apart from this level here. So now had it been this engulfing happened, I would have buying the market up to this level.
Correct. Yeah.
You feel me?
One work confirmation.
Yeah. So, but let's
We got
just
a
go
EG
down.
over
Let's
there.
go, let's go down to H1 and see if we would have had like a very good entry towards that level. Now I'm asking myself, where do I need to have a break first before price should go up?
Yeah, that one. Yes.
This right.
Yes.
So now it takes about 4 candlesticks of the H1
To
to
make
close
the
the next H4. So we have One,
1, 2,
three,
3,
4.
4. No.
Can you see that?
Yeah. So
Now,
we move to the next.
yeah. So now price closing. This is the fourth candle. 1, 2, 3, 4. You place a
Yeah.
line. I can bet you that there was no 15-minute change of storyline. That is why price was just going up.
Mm.
Market close as a bullish candle. Am I correct?
Yes.
This is where we're supposed to break the storyline. Am I correct?
Yes.
So if you are gone down to 5 minutes, that means 5 minutes didn't change storyline, 3 minutes didn't
It
change
didn't
storyline,
change. It
3
didn't.
minutes didn't change storyline, and so on.
Yes.
So ever since then, 15 minutes was just all the engulfing day. They were all respected till we got to that 4 hour zone. Engulfing by,
Yes.
respected.
Yes. And the
Engulfing
next
by,
one. And the next one.
engulfing by. These are all re-entries.
Yes.
Engulfing by,
And none of them got
engulfing by.
validated.
Like you'd have just been buying. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I just flipped an account. Like I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, and we have the higher time frame time.
But you're aware of your closure of, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, if 1 hour is trending and 1 hour just retraced, now that retracement can be a 15 minutes downtrend. And sometimes if you're going down to your 15 minutes, 15 minutes is still bullish. So that means you're going to do what? You're going to play 5 minutes or 3 minutes.
Yeah. 15 minutes is bullish and we're going down. So yeah, 5 minutes, 3 minutes to sell.
So now let me just show you the current market price. So that
Yeah.
in our next class, I will just focus on teaching you guys the direction. Like I'm already teaching you guys direction, but this is more of closure. But you know that whenever we need to confirm a direction, it's a change of storyline.
Yeah.
So now basically we have this dominant engulfing.
On the 3 hour, yes.
Yes, dominant engulfing. And we also have this.
Yes.
Now this is like more or less this is more or less like an advanced class. But let me teach you guys something. We have an engulfing zone.
Yes.
Price went through without respecting it, came back again, still went through. This zone is still valid.
Yeah, it is okay.
So in this situation, price went through and also went through. So now this here is very important. So what do you think we are doing there? Are we buying or are we selling?
We are buying.
We are buying.
Yes.
Good.
Because it came from the upside.
Yeah, so I'll place a line here. Now, where do you think price needs to break before we start buying? And if eventually, you know that 3 candlesticks of the monthly will make 3 months.
Yes.
So if this particular candle breaks this zone, what do you think we are buying? We are buying gold fucking long term, because obviously this is liquidity to the upside.
Yes. Nothing is.
So if we have a break of structure here and a retest, we are fucking buying for a long time.
Yes.
Do you get my point?
Yeah.
Also, it's a good. So good. This is where we are buying the market too. Am I correct? Monthly.
Yes. If we close, the monthly closes about it before the next 3 months.
Yeah. So I'll just switch the zone to monthly. So now I need weekly to break, right?
Yes.
We are currently inside our weekly zone.
Weekly zone. Yes.
Weekly has closed inside weekly.
Yes.
So now before then, we had this zone.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. And for that to happen, this was the first time price closed here on weekly, right? So now before the next weekly candlestick, let's see if we had a daily engulfing fell. This is where price is supposed to break, right?
Yes. Which happened yesterday.
Hold on a sec. This is where price is supposed to break. Am I correct?
Yes.
Daily.
Yes.
But the price break that level. Daily eventually closed also as a bearish candle, right? So I can trade the retracement to either catch that zone or I continue the CMP on H4. Now, daily 4 hours also close as a bearish candle. So it is obvious that there was no change of storyline even up until 1 hour. That is why we see That is why we see the continuous push to the downside. And eventually, if you want to count, eventually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What just happened on daily?
Yes,
A closure on daily,
daily
right?
candle close bench.
Okay, so I go back to daily.
Not the next candle.
The next candlestick on
Yes.
daily tapped that zone, tapped our weekly zone.
Yes.
That's daily to daily. Refine your zones. The next classes we're going to be talking about zone refinements
Okay.
daily. So now I'm playing daily now. Daily has closed inside daily. I need H4 to change storyline, but was the H4
Correct.
storyline?
No.
H4 also closed as a bearish candle. I play H1.
Yes.
Do you have H1 change of storyline?
No.
No. Like H1 has also been bearish like for a long time.
Yeah, there was not a single change of story.
So now H4 closed as a bearish candle. There was no 15 minutes. You waited for 15 minutes to complete. There was no change of storyline, and H1 closed as a bearish candle, right? What do you think just happened here? We are selling.
Yes. Because there is no change of story.
There is no change of storyline. We are selling.
Yeah.
So now eventually daily again. You know that 5 candlesticks of daily will close
Yeah.
weekly.
Weekly.
So the next daily,
Yeah. Same situation.
did we have a change of storyline on H4?
Oh, I
Nope.
see. We had a EG.
We had an EG.
But yeah, that wasn't EF. That was anyway.
For us. Now, I wouldn't advise you guys to trade a consolidating market. Now, the moment you see, okay, let's say it was like this. You know that the closure is for us. Now I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, if price should eventually engulf this zone like this, right? I'm gonna be buying. Do you understand? But yet still I'll focus on the CMP. Like am I seeing this? Like I waited for H1. I waited for H1 here. H1 couldn't break structure. The next candlestick closed on H4. I waited for H4 to break to the downside. Nothing happened. I waited again. Nothing happened. And I waited for this one.
And it closed.
This one closed inside our TP area.
Yes. So
Let me
there's
show you.
no point.
Can you see this fresh zone?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, now ask. Let me show you guys something. Is this zone fresh? Yes or no?
No.
This zone?
No, none of them are fresh. Everyone, all of them are.
This zone?
No.
This zone?
No.
Not fresh. This zone, is it fresh?
No.
Now remember, price closed as a bearish candle. So if I'd seen an engulfing buy here, what do you think I would do?
Buy.
So where? Yeah.
To the fresh zone.
Now eventually, price also closed as a bearish candle here.
Yes.
Again. So now you are gonna play 15 minutes. Now ask yourself, where do you think 15 minutes should break before we start buying?
Yeah, the top.
Now count with me. 15 minutes. Now
4
count with me.
candles of 15 minutes.
Now count with me. We have
Yes.
1, 2, 3, what? 4.
Yes. But will you start counting from this one? Like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I started counting from this. The price also closed as a bearish candle, right?
Yeah.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you seen that? 4. Now go back to your H1. Let me show you something.
Yes.
That is when you need to be logical in the market. Go back to H1. Let me show you something. Now ask yourself, how the price close? The price closed as a bullish candle or a bearish candle?
Bullish candle.
Bullish candle, right?
Yes.
So I put a line there. and I'm going down to my 50 minutes. Price closed as a bullish candle, right?
Yes.
Right. So this is where we are supposed to break. If we are
If
right,
we are just
looking for sales, right? So I'll play 3 minutes. Now, 3 minute close as a bullish candle.
bullish candle.
So now it takes 5 candles of the 3 minutes to actually close. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 candlesticks. Two candlesticks outside the box. You are very satisfied that 15 minutes has broken that structure. So whatever you're doing, whatever I'm doing here, this is just a retracement for me to buy this market, this level. So this one is just market manipulation. I will shut up by the market and just hold. Price definitely tapped this zone and then broke the structure, and that's the reason why it was selling. So go back to H1. Like basically, you're not supposed to trade every day, but I'm backtesting every single move in that market for you to see that market was actually okay. Now this is now a consolidating market. It may seem that 4 hours couldn't go further. But like, man, I was like, I told my students, my graduating students, they know. You just have to stay out from the market. Just stay out from the market. Now, fine. Price has given you this. Price has given you this H4.
Yes.
Right. But remember that daily and weekly must have closed. Go back to weekly. Now, this weekly closure came with a one-time frame confirmation.
Yes.
Can you see that? Which means that 4 hours has broken structure. So you can show up buy your market from here. Yeah, you can show up buy your market here. Already, if you go back to your weekly time frame, guys, note that this on another broker was a zone, a zone of consideration, weekly.
Yes.
So that if you're buying from here, this was the first target. So from our daily zone, this zone here would have been our first target. This zone here.
Yes.
Plus the fact that we have this zone here.
Yes.
Which is daily. And then you can still mark this dominant zone.
Yeah.
So now let's backtest the closure of that daily. Now daily closed as a bullish candle. Where did we need to break before we start buying? Right, right here, right?
Yes.
Can you see why market is buying? Like without me saying it, can you see the reason why market is buying?
Yes.
Good. So obviously this was our first daily target. But since price closed as a bearish candle, we would have traded to the downside. But I am very sure that 1 hour didn't change storyline until this point. So obviously price is respecting this dominant zone here. Can you see that? 4 hours.
Yes.
And then price closure from that level, you play 1 hour, go down to 1 hour. This was before news. Play 1 hour. You're like, where do you think 1 hour should break first? This is where 1 hour should break first of all, right?
Yeah.
Right. 4 hours. That is where price is supposed to break, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 1, 2, 3. Now you have straight up entered yourselves here. This is very valid. This is how you take losses on engulfing. Now 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. See 1, 2, 3, 4. Price has closed.
Yes.
Now you're selling here. Your stop loss is somewhere above here. Now price
Hmm.
has definitely closed on H4. You go down to
Yes.
H4,
It closed at bed.
close as a bearish candle. So you should focus on buying more, right? But
Hmm.
if you want to buy more, ask yourself, if you want to buy more,
Where it should be.
this is where price needs to break, first of all. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
On H1. And price close as a bullish candle from here, as a bullish candle on H1. Now, there was no H1, there was no H1 M15 break of structure. That is why this was our target. Now, it may seem that price has closed on H1 again. This is where price was supposed to break. Am I correct?
Yes.
On M15. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm holding my sales. And then I see that price has tapped this zone. And price has respected this zone. No one long candle from here. But price has respected the zone. So if you have an engulfing, where do you think we are heading to? This is where we are heading to.
Correct. Yes.
So now from your 3 minutes break of structure, you'd have had a very good market. You know that it takes about 5 candlesticks of a 3 minutes to close the next 3 minutes candle.
Yes. And
To
it
close the
already
next
reached.
15 minutes candle. So you start counting. This is 1, this is 2. Can you see that?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you had entered the market here, this for me, I will risk it. This is about 14 pips, and you would have seen that this would have been your target. This is like 30 pips. This is very nice. This is very nice trade. Can you see that? Now the losses you took here, the losses you took here from H1 are like very, very minimal, because now everything is all about risk management in trading while having a profitable strategy. Everything is all about risk management. Now on the norms, I expected price to actually go down far. But see where SNR comes in. When I'm teaching you guys roadblock, right? You guys will actually understand what I would have countered this by to take these sales as a result of this rejection from this SNR level. Or you just this is a dominant zone. So obviously price has closed inside the dominant zone. I would have countered the sell. But that's like an advanced. That's when you guys get to understand closure of price, engulfing failed, engulfing buys, and like you're really I believe in like the second week, you guys should actually be telling me the direction of the market. I'm sure of it, because consistency over time, with what I'm showing you, consistency over time will bring good results.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, price eventually tapped that zone and closed. You capitalized. You had 29 pips buys, and then price has closed. Blah blah. Immediately price hits this zone, I've taken out some of my positions and allow some to run in case this structure is being broken out of. Then I'm having a continuous buy. But in this case, price closed as a H1 zone. So you go back to H4. What do we have on H4? Remember that we had H4 closure, right? And we expected this zone to break.
Yes.
We expected that zone to break. And since we are bearish on H4 and also bearish on H1 right now because of this zone, because of this engulfing failed here, right? So now it is obvious that we need a 50. I only need a 15-minute break, not this 1 hour break. I only need 15-minute break. If you think about it logically.
Yes.
So now price reacted off that. This is the zone price would have broken out of on our daily, on our 4 hours. But price tapped that zone and closed as a bullish candle. So if I have a 15-minute break, why the fuck am I not gonna sell the market?
Yes.
Now this is where 15-minute closed, right? We need 4 candlesticks of the H1 to close, right? So this is where price is supposed to break. And then you're waiting. Price tap this zone and close as a bullish candle. Am I correct?
Yes.
So I'll put a line here. If I have a 5-minute break, I'm selling the market.
Because it closed as bullish candle, right?
Yeah. Can you see that 5-minute break?
That one. Yeah. It broke and it again retested.
Straight up sells.
Yes. Yes.
Can you see
Even the
that?
continuation trend. Yes.
Yeah, continuation trend line. And then you're selling. That's like how many pips? You've capitalized 29 pips from the buys, and then you now have 100 pips from the sales.
Yeah.
That's okay. Don't leave the market. You can just leave a runner, leave the market at this point.
Yes. Yeah. I'm getting it.
So basically, what I like to do, when I started trading, what I like to do is I just want to trade the continuation, because I know that this is an engulfing buy, and since this H4 is bullish, I just need H1 to break, and then I'm buying the continuation. So what I did was I ended up looking at other pairs, waiting for that thing to happen, this push or this, to catch this one and to catch this one. Basically, that's the cheat code to trading, understanding storyline.
Yeah.
So now, as you can see,
and this continuation.
yeah, continuation. I don't really like to catch reversals. Like, I don't like to catch reversals. So as you can see now, that on the 3 months time frame, this is where we are targeting. So if 3 months should linger, if monthly should linger, and we have a closure, we'll wait for a weekly break, right? And where do you think the weekly break will be? Here.
Yeah, they're the bottom. Last.
So now, this is weekly. So now that weekly has closed inside weekly, I don't even need to put a line,
We need
because
a daily.
now the reason why I always put a line for you guys is to know where price actually closed now. But this is the closure I've experienced it now. So I'm going down to daily. Ask yourself, where do we need to have a daily break first of all? Isn't it this place?
The downward, yes.
Let's go back to weekly, please. I need to correct myself. Weekly. The weekly. But before then, brother, we have this zone.
Yeah, on the other broker, yes.
Yeah, so down to my daily.
So we'll sell over there.
This is where I want market to break. And as a matter of fact, since we are still inside the weekly zone, this is the refinement. Price didn't respect this one, so I'll use this one. Mind you,
understood.
Mind you, this is not a break. This particular angle here is not a break. So now, price has closed inside the zone. This as a daily zone. Daily zone. I have this zone right here to work with.
Yes.
I have this zone to work with. So daily closure, weekly bullish closure, daily bullish closure, 4 hours bullish closure, 1 hour bullish closure. On 1 hour,
all the time frames.
On 1 hour, this is where we need to break for 4 hours before the next 4 hours candlestick. So 1 hour closing like this, right? I want to trade 50 minutes. So I'll change this to H1 and then play 15 minutes. 15 minutes bullish closure. This is where we want price to break. Am I correct?
Yes. Then the 15 minutes will become change of story.
15
and
minutes.
the 1 hour.
Yeah.
But the
Now,
15 minutes before the H1 closes, right?
Yeah. 15-minute closure, H1 closure. Now, 3 minutes bullish closure. So now you have to trade 3. Now, 3 minutes has closed as a bearish candle. And this is where we want 15 minutes to break. Am I correct?
Yes.
Sorry, 3 minutes to break.
Yeah, it's the same zone.
But before then, I have this zone here.
And
yeah, so now, since price has closed as a bearish candle on 3 minutes, I need 1 minute to continue buying. 1 minute closed as a bullish candle. I'm sorry, this is the bullish candle. So up until that point, price has just been there. So right now, you just wait. Hear
Yeah.
me? Wait. So I already capitalized on the buys from here, and here.
Mm.
So that's just it. I don't want to talk much about I don't want to bore you guys out about the classes and stuff. This is what I want you guys to watch. And
Yes.
I think in our next class, probably next week, I'll give, since everyone didn't actually attend this one, I'll just want everyone to watch this first. But
Yeah, sure.
I'll give assignments. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes, totally fine.
All right. So that's just basically everything. Just understand closure of price, and then you are very, very good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'd love to have your comments after these classes. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right.